Hello guys, today I'm going to talk about how we can solve this problem online stock span. This is problem from LeetCode's May challenge. Here we need to find the stock span for each stock or certain days. So the definition of span of stock is the stock's price today is defined as the maximum number of consecutive days starting from today and going backwards for which the price of the stock was less than or equals to today's price. So if we see for this one, there is no value which is smaller than or equals to this value, so the answer for this one is 1. For this one the answer should be 2, and similarly for this one we see there are 1 2 3 4 elements, so for 75 the answer should be 4. So let's see how we can solve this.
So let's see how we can solve with the most basic approach. So at each element, what we can do is we can keep on traversing until we find an element which is greater than this particular element. So for example here, if we keep on traversing on the left, we'll find that on the first index, that means if we consider from zero based indexing, then on the first index we see that this element is greater than the element at the third index. So we know that answer for this one would be third index and the second index only, so the answer for 70 would be 2. And similarly for 75, we know that we can keep traversing till the end, and we know that we can reach till here again, and this is fifth index and this is second index, this is first index, so the answer for this one would be 4. So what are we doing here? We, in the worst case, we'll have to traverse for each of the element till the end of the till the first element, so it would be O of n for each day, which is going to be very slow. How we can optimize this further? Let's see. So let's see how we can optimize it further. So as we can see that what we were doing is previously that for each element we were comparing its previous elements. So there can be two cases, that previous element is greater than the current element, or the previous element was equals to or less than the current element. So let's talk about these two cases in detail. So for the case 1, the answer seems to be pretty straightforward. So what happens when we see stock at the current day which is smaller than the stock at the previous day? That means we cannot move further backwards, so the answer here would always be 1.
Talk about this case 2. In the case 2, what we see is that the stock at the current day is greater than or equals to the stock at the previous day. So in that case we'll need to keep going backwards until we find an element whose value is greater than the current day stock. So as in this case, what we are seeing is for each particular day we need to traverse back. The only optimization that we can do here is if we are able to find a way so that we don't have to traverse back till the end for each of the element. So let's see what we can do. So we can consider the same problem in a different manner, that such that there are certain number of people with the same height as the value of this array, and the height with the shorter person would never be able to see beyond the first person whose height is bigger than this particular guy. So in our case, if we say this is the person we are talking about, he would never be able to see beyond this guy. So how does this particular observation helps us? So if we say, let's say for example 70 is the person, and we saw that there is a certain guy who's bigger than this, smaller than this, then we can simply remove this person from this row, because this is never going to help us if and only if we are going to maintain the index at which the first bigger guy for this person was standing at. So for in this example, if we just simply remove this person, let's say we removed this one after calculating all the distances for first 3, and now in this case we know that this guy was at the third index and this guy was the first index, so for this guy we know the answer is 2. For any further person standing on the right hand side of this particular person, we don't need to know what was in the middle of these two persons. So let's see with these examples. So if we talk about this person 60, we never need to go beyond this because its height is smaller than this one. So for this case, this is case 1, the answer would always be 1. Now as we saw another guy who is bigger than this person, what we can simply do is we could simply remove both of these people from the row, because they are not going to help us. They are not no more relevant. Let's see how. Because the person with the smaller height does not go beyond this, and the person with the bigger height will always be able to go beyond, and he just need to know how many people were there in between this person. Let's say for example, if we talk about this person, we only need to know how many people were there between this index and the person with the higher value. So what we are doing is we are recording the values as well as the index. So if we talk about the 85, what it will do is it will pop this one as out as well, this guy out. I mean, we'll erase this one, and for this one we'll just compare the index of the current index and the index of the guy whose value was bigger than this. Sorry, in this case we will also erase this one, because this is not going to help us anymore, because we know there is a guy who is bigger than this. So yeah, in this case the answer would be 6. So let's see how we can use this. We can solve this using a very familiar data structure, that is stack. We can use stack to solve this problem. If there is one observation that we can do is on the first for the first element there is no element on the left, so we can always consider that he cannot see anything. So answer for this one would always have to be 1. So we can store the first value in the stack as int max, that is the infinitive, and the largest element that we can store, and also we can record its index as -1. So if we talk in terms of stack, we can store the first value as infinitive and -1 for the index, and for each element we are going to put it in the stack and compare with the top element. If this is bigger than, if this current value is smaller than the top element, then we can simply push it on the stack and compare the indexes and subtract them for the result. But if in case the current stock is bigger than the current the value on the top, then we'll need to keep popping out the elements until we see a value which is bigger than this one. So let's run through our example and see how we can do this.
So let's run through our example using the stack. I have initialized stack with infinitive and -1. So when we take this first element, we compare it with the top element, and we saw that it's smaller, so we just get the answer for this one, that is the index of the current element minus the index of the top element, which would give us 1. We will go to the second element, and then we'll see the second element is 80, and which is also smaller than the first element. So we are going to get the answer for this one as the current index element minus the top element index, so which is 1. So we'll get 1 as the answer for this one. Now we will move on to the next element, 60. 60 would also give us the 1 with a similar reason. Now we'll go to the third element, that is the fourth element on the third index. Here we will compare, and we'll see that this is bigger than this value, so we are going to pop 60 out, and then we'll compare 70 with 80. Let's see how does our stack look. So when we'll compare, and we'll see that 80 is bigger than 70, so we'll just push this one here, and the answer for 70 would be 3, that is the current index, and minus the top elements index, so it would be 2 in case of 70. Then we'll go on to the next element. So the next element would be our fifth element, and we'll compare the fifth element with the top element, and we see that 60 is smaller than 70, so we would simply put it on the stack, and then we are going to get the answer for this one as the current index minus the top stack's top index, so which would give us 1. So now the next index is the sixth element. So to get the sixth element, we compare it with the top element, and then we see that this is bigger, so we need to pop 60 out as well as 70, which we would see in the subsequent slides. Yeah, so first we pop out 60, we'd see we would still compare with 70, it is still bigger than the top element, so we would pop this one as well, and we are going to get 75 on top of the stack because it's now smaller than the top element. So the answer for 75 would be the current index minus the stack's top index, which would give us 4. Now for the last element, we'll get 85. 85 would be bigger than this value as well as this value, so we would put 85 on top of 100 with the index of 60. So we'll get here the answer. So when we'll compare the top elements index with the current element index, we'll get the answer for 85. Yeah, so let's see how we can quickly code this. So I have initialized two private variables. One is stack, where we will store the price and the index at which the price came, and also we will need an index to know what's the index of the current price, current stock. Also in the constructor, I have initialized the stack with the first I put the first element on the stack with int max and -1 as we decided, and also the first index should be 0. So what happens when we get the first price? So we need the top elements, so we need to extract out the top element, and the values will be tp dot first and index will be tp dot second. And what we need to do is compare this well, and we need to keep popping the element from the stack until we see the price being greater than the value. So price being greater or equals to the value. So we need to pop this out, and then we'll need to update tp to be the next for comparing the next element, and so also we will update these two values. Let's copy and paste this here, we don't need to redeclare them. So in the end, what are we going to do is we will have our answer equals to the index minus the current index, and also we need to push this current element to stack with this and index plus plus, because we will need to get the next element, and then we will simply return answer. Let's see if this works. Alright, seems to be working. Okay, accepted. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys.